our capital letters have a lot of different kinds of lines, and for this part, we're going to be looking at the curved lines. So let's start. I'm going to start with red, and I'm going to be looking for curves that have the curved part on the left side, over on this side. I made mine so that it's only half the writing space. Maybe I can make a curve like that that's bigger and takes the full writing space. Sometimes this is called a C curve, or it's also sometimes called a magic C curve. The reason that we call it this is because in lowercase, the magic C, the small curve that's the lowercase c, that magic C can be turned into a lot of other letters. In capital, there are only a couple letters that have that big C curve shape in them. Let's take a look at them because it is the start for those letters that it is their first part. So C, capital C, is shaped just like the curve shape we're looking for. In fact, that's the whole shape of that letter. B and D have curves, but they are what I will call back curves. B has curves that go this way. B's curves are always on the right side of the letter B. You can take away the upper curve, and then you have a lowercase b that just has the big line down and the little curve at the bottom. So I like to call them B curves or back curves, but if you mishear me, it's also helpful because D curve sounds like B curve. Of course, C also rhymes. But those are back curves. We'll come back to them. C curves right now. We're looking for C curves. G has a C curve. I'm looking for other letters that have that C curve. O also starts that way. I usually keep going and stop where I started, but because we're only looking for that shape right now, that C curve stroke, we're gonna go to Q, which is the next letter that has it. And I think I've gotten all of my C curves that are big. There is one more C curve that is small. S starts with that same curve shape, but notice that it's smaller than all of the other big curves that we did. For S, we start with a small curve, or sometimes I like to call it a mini magic C curve because then we curve back. So we've got all of our C curves highlighted. Let's switch over to our back curves. We're going to highlight those ones in orange. We said B has curve, bump, curve, bump. It has two of the curves like that. D has a big back curve. Any curves that we don't have in the next row? I do see a curve. But we're going to come back to J's curve because it's not a back curve. It's a bottom curve. P has a back curve. It curves back towards the starting side of our writing space. I went straight to P right past O. O also has a curve on this other side to complete it all the way around, just like Q. Q does as well. We have that curve shape on that side. Now S has one of those, but it's mini. Just like we did a mini back curve in B, we did two of them actually. S has a mini one, and then P had a mini one in the top. I think we're missing one more small back curve. I went right past R. Now do we have them? I think we've got all of our curves now. That's not true. We're missing two curves in our capital letters here. We've got all of the C curves, all of the back curves. J and U are kind of tricky because they have curves at the bottom of their letter that connect to vertical lines. They don't curve on the C side on the left side, and they don't curve on the back side on the right side either. So for J and U, they have little curves at the bottom. For J, that's actually where we would usually start, is here with the little mini curve and then go all the way up. For U, it's usually after we've already started with a vertical line and then we make a little curve at the bottom before going up with another vertical. Those are the curves in our capital letters.